Mokle, I welcome you to the Vedantu Karnataka. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಟೀಚರ್ ರಿತಿಕಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಇವತ್ತಿಂದು FA2 ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ ಅದು 21 ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ FA2 ನಲ್ಲಿ 100% ಆಗಿ ಆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ನಾನು. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಚಾನೆಲ್ಗೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಯು ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೀ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ FA2 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಟರಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಎರಡೂದಕ್ಕೆ ಫುಲ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ವಿತೌಟ್ ವೇಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್. ಓಕೆ ದೆನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ FA2. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಯಾವ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಇಕ್ವಿಲಿಬ್ರಿಯಂ, ರೈಟ್? ಇಕ್ವಿಲಿಬ್ರಿಯಂ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಈಗ ಇಕ್ವಿಲಿಬ್ರಿಯಂ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಇಂದ ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ ಆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸು ಯಾವುದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ? First question is, the pH sample of the milk is 6.4. Calculate the H plus. They have told us to calculate the H plus. That is pH they have given it as 6.4. Okay. pH ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಪ್ಪ? 6.4 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರಾ? ಸೊ ಇದರಿಂದ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಔಟ್. pH that is log 1 by H plus ಬರೀ pH ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದು 6.7 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, log of 1 by H plus. Clear? Next comes what? That is 6.7 log of 1 by H plus. Now this 1 by H which is there, we will keep it here, and log of 6.7 we will find. Okay, ಈಗ log 6.7 find ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ anti log ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. When the log will come this side, it will start acting like what? Anti log. Clear? It will start acting like a anti-log. So what is going to happen? Is going to come anti-log of 6.4. So adra salvagi helodu anti-logs barbekandre you people need to know the anti-logs, then you need to have a idea about, okay, yav tharada idea irbekandre from log 1 to log 10 ತನಕ ಫುಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಅವಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ anti-log ಅನ್ನ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಆಯ್ತಾ? Then afterwards 1 by H plus is going to be how much? Anti-log of 6.4, that will be 2.512 into 10 raised to 6, and H plus is going to be coming this side. So H plus is going to be 1 by 2.512. So that will be what? H is equal to 0.39808 into 10 raised to minus 6. Yeah, clear? So this is one question which is might come ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಹಳ ಸಲ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇದು, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ G naught and KP for the following reaction at 298 Kelvin. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೇಳಿದಾರಪ್ಪ? 298 Kelvin, and they have given already the equation also. What is that equation? Equation is CO plus H2O, which is going to give us CO2 plus H2. ಇದು equation ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? 298 ಕೆಲ್ವಿನ್ಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರಾ? ಸೊ ಈಗ ಗಿವನ್ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ G naught ಫಾರ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ CO ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, CO2 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ H2O ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರಾ? ಸೊ ಈಗ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಎಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ CO2, H2 ಮತ್ತೆ CO ಮತ್ತೆ H2 ಅನ್ನ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರಾ? ಅದಾದ ತಕ್ಷಣ this is going to be minus 97.26. ಕ್ಲಿಯರಾ? and then minus 32.807 and minus 54.64. ಸೊ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸಿ ದ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ. ಯಾವ ಥರ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಮೈನಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಹಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಡನ್, ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. minus 97.26. okay, ಆಮೇಲೆ minus 32.80. so plus into minus it is going to be minus, plus into minus it's going to be plus, and then again plus into plus it will be plus. clear? so ಅದಕ್ಕೆ minus 97.26 plus 32.80 minus 54.64, that will be 119.1 kilojoules. So what will be the answer right now? So the answer will be delta G naught is equal to minus 2.303 RT log of KP. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು delta G at value ನ ಏನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದೇವಲ್ಲ, this what we have found out, that we are going to substitute. Simple. okay, substitute ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? log KP, ನಮಗೆ log KP ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿದೆ. so we are going to take this log KP here. log KP ತಗೊಂಡ್ವಿ, delta G naught divided by 2.303 RT. ಈಗ delta G naught ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ, ರೈಟ್? we have already found the delta G naught value. ಸೊ ಈ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ G naught ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಹೌ ಮಚ್? ದಟ್ ಇಸ್, ಒನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬೋತ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ 20.8462. ಓಕೆ 20.8462. ನಾವೀಗ ಲಾಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆಂಟಿ ಲಾಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು KP is equal to anti log of 20.8642. that will be 7.315 into 10 raised to 20. 7.315 into 10 raised to 20. Clear? Next, calculate the solubility of NiCO3 in moles per liter and grams per liter. Moles per liter, but according to the grams per liter, the value of Kp for NiCO3, that will be what? 1.4 into 10 raised to minus 7 mole square per liter square. Clear? ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಈಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ನೋ, ಅಂಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು KSP is equal to S square ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಂಡ್ now concentrate here. ಸೊ ಈಗ KSP is equal to S square ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಬಟ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್. Yes is question mark to us, right? They have told us to find the solubility only. ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ solubility. ಏನಪ್ಪ solubility? Solubility is equal to ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, this square which is present over here, what we will do is this completely ನಮಗೆ solubility ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ S is equal to root ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇದ್ದು ರೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ KSP ಗೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರಾ? ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೀಗ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೀಗ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಡನ್. ನಾವೀಗ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ KSP ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ ನಾನು ನೋಡಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇಟ್. ರೂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲವಿದೆ, ಸೊ ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟರ್ ಇಂದ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ದೆನ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ S value is going to be 3.74 into 10 raised to minus 4. So this is a recorded session. You can just pause the video and check it in your calculator whether the answer is coming correct or no. ತಿಳಿತಾ? ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡೆಡ್ ಸೆಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ. ತಿಳಿತಾ? ಸೊ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಡೂ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 3.474 into 10 raised to 118. that is going to be the molar mass of NiCO3. ಓಕೆ, NiCO3 molar mass ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು? ಈಗ NiCO3 molar mass, ಸೊ Ni ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಟಮಿಕ್ ನಂಬರು? Same with the carbon, same with the oxygen, just add it up. What is going to be the answer? That will be 118.7. Clear? So ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕಲ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಾ, 10th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಕಲ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈಗಾನು ಕಲ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಇದು. Just be sure that you will be perfect with how to find the molar mass. Clear? Next, how you are going to get it now? 3 that is going to be into, when you multiply both the things, you are going to get the value as 4.439 into 10 raised to minus 2 gram per liter. Okay, gram per liter. Next comes the solubility product of AgCl at a particular temperature is. At a particular temperature, how much they have given the AgCl? That is 1.08 into 10 raised to minus 10 mole square per dm6. Now they have told us to calculate its solubility in 0.01 m HCl. 0.01 m HCl. So note that, okay, in the presence of the common ion with the concentration of C mole per dm cube, the solubility S is sparingly soluble in the salt. Okay, sparingly, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ soluble ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, completely soluble ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Means what? Solute particles are still being remained. Okay, ಏನು soluble ಮಾಡ್ತಿದಾರಲ್ಲ salt ಅನ್ನ ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದು soluble ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ completely. ಅದರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಇನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ components ಇದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? So that salt is generally given by, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ? That is KSP divided by C. Okay, C is going to be the concentrated one, means ಎಷ್ಟು concentration of that solution is, that we are going to calculate now. So let S be the solubility of AgCl in water. Clear? AgCl ಅನ್ನ ವಾಟರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಅದರ ನಾವು ಏನು solubility ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ? ಎಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಏನು, ರೈಟ್? ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ AgCl which is going to give us Ag plus and Cl minus. Obviously the Ag is going to give one electron to the chloride to complete its octet. Clear? So now next is HCl, that is going to be H plus and Cl minus, same way, but the molecularity how much they have given? All have a molecularity of how much? 0.01. Clear? Next, the solubility product of AgCl, that is going to be KSP, that is Ag plus and Cl minus. What will be the values here? Okay, what will be the values? They have already given the KSP value, right? They have already given the KSP value. Here is the KSP value. Clear? ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ KSP ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ Clear? Next, afterwards, solubility, they have told solubility and plus solubility of chloride. So chloride solubility we already got it. That is going to be what? 0.01 m anta gottide already. Adana just substitute ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಆಯ್ತಾ. Next, assuming S to be a small when compared to the 0.01. Okay, you are going to assume yes. Okay, what is that assuming yes? That is going to be the small when compared to the 0.01. Now S plus 0.01 is going to be how much? 0.01. So now you will have a value of this, that is KSP value is equal to S of 0.01. So the solubility, because we didn't find ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿದೆ, right? You are going to try to find this value. So we are going to take solubility at this side. Right? So ಇದನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಂತಲೇ ಇದೇನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಮೊಲಿಕ್ಯುಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರಾ? ಮೊಲಿಕ್ಯುಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Then afterwards divided by, again you are going to do the division. Clear? So what you are going to get the answer? 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 8 mole per dm cube. So you can try it by your calculator and check it whether it is a correct or no. Then next comes the hydrocarbons chapter, which is there for your FA2. So concentrate properly. If your FAs are coming, concentrate and learn it properly now. Okay. So next, identity, primary, secondary, tertiary and tertiary carbon atoms in CH3, CH3C, CH2, CH3 is how much they have asked. So just calculate, put the numbers. You know how to put the numbers from where. So this is how it's going to be the reaction. Clear? Next, give two main natural sources of the alkanes, that is petroleum and the natural gas are the two main natural sources of alkanes. Okay, these are the two natural main sources of alkanes. Clear? Next question, how do you prepare alkanes from the alkenes and alkynes by hydrogenation? So this is important. Okay. So now alkanes are prepared by a catalytic hydrogenation of the alkenes and alkynes in the presence of catalyst. Okay, in the presence of what? In the presence of catalyst. Clear? So ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು alkanes ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿರಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ catalytic hydrogenation process of alkenes ದಿಂದ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, which process? Catalytic hydrogenation of alkenes and alkynes. Clear? And in the presence of catalyst, like ಯಾವ ತರ catalyst ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, catalyst ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಜಲ್ದಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ. ಈಗ catalyst participate reaction ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, but which catalyst we are using it, that is very important to know, because ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅದು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅದ್ರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. So which are the catalysts they are using? Platinum, palladium or nickel. So these are the three things which they are going to use it. And then the catalyst Ni is used and finely divided from after 200 degrees Celsius and relatively higher pressure. So PT means what? PT or PD catalyst which is there, the reaction at room temperature, what is going to be, that we need to understand. Clear? ನಾ ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡೇನೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್? CH2 double bond CH2 when it is get reacted with the H2. Okay, ಏನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ನಾವು? Ni has a catalyst, but H2 200 degrees Celsius has a temperature. Clear? What we are going to get? We are going to get the ethane. Means what? Easily we are preparing the alkane and easily we are preparing the alkene and alkynes. Clear? ಈಸಿಲಿ ಅವೆರಡು ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಕೈನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜಿನೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಇಂದ, ಕ್ಯಾಟಲಿಟಿಕ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜಿನೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಇಂದ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರಾ? ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ಅದೇ ತರ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ 2-3 ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ಹೌ ದ ENE prefix and is going to get formed in a ANE in the presence of which catalyzed Ni and at the temperature of 200 degrees Celsius. Clear? Next question. So these are 1 marks questions. These are 1 marks questions. You might receive it when I will tell you people if you want 5 marks dalli optional taranu sigbohudu. 5 marks dalli optional taranu sigbohudu. Clear? Next. Alkanes are not soluble in the water. Why? Because they do not form the hydrogen bond with the water. So they do not bond the hydrogen bond with the water. Clear? So next question, boiling point of alkanes increases. So boiling point of alkane is increasing with increase in the atomic mass. They are increasing with the increase in the atomic mass. Clear? So due to the increase in van der Waals forces, because of what? Due to the increase in van der Waals forces, these things are happening. Clear? Next, boiling point of isomeric alkanes decreases with increased branching. So what is happening next? Boiling point of isomeric alkanes. Isomeric alkanes of that boiling point starts decreasing with increasing branching. Okay, by increasing the branching. They have asked why. Okay, so because branching decreases, okay, branching will start decreasing, okay, and the surface for the contact which reacts in the decrease in the van der Waals forces. So that is also going to decrease, and the van der Waals force also is going to be decreasing. Clear? So yaudadru in case yaudadru boiling point ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ boiling point ನಲ್ಲಿ isomeric ಮತ್ತೆ alkane decrease ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Because of the lesser van der Waals force. Next, what is the halogenation of alkanes, under which the condition halogenation of alkanes takes place? Okay, the replacement of one or more hydrogen atoms of alkanes by halogen atoms is known as halogenation. It's known as what? Halogenation. And that halogenation of alkanes is actually taking place either at the higher temperature, it is taking place, or at this much of temperature, or in the presence of diffused sunlight, or in the presence of what? In the presence of diffused sunlight also it is being used. Clear? Next question. Explain aromatization of N-alkanes with an example. So what is aromatization? The process of conversion of aliphatic compound. The process of conversion of aliphatic compound into aromatic compound is known as aromatization. So this alkenes which are having 6 to 10 carbon atoms, whatever the alkanes we are using it, that alkanes needs to have a 10 carbon atoms present. Clear? And then are converted into the benzene. They are converted all into the benzene. You can just check it out what are the reaction has been forming, right? Hexane means what? Whatever the ANE, hexane, that is having a 6 carbons and 14 hydrogens, that is getting converted to the benzene. Okay, C6H12 it is getting converted. Means what? There is a loss. There is a loss also. So with what it is being used? With which are the catalysts they are using? That is Cr2O3 or Al2O3 or V2O3, or also in the presence of 773 Kelvin and 15 atm pressure only, they are going to get converted from hexane to the benzene. Clear? So this is a simple one to remember the example, because idin bittu bere example alla ನೀವು confuse ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ example ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ you will receive full marks here. 3 marks question ಇದು. Okay, ನೀವು 3 marks receive ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ once you write the exam definition of it, you should write the example also. Clear? Next question. Okay, next question is our form chemical bonding and the molecular structure. First question is define bond enthalpy, and they have asked about how do you obtain the bond enthalpy in polyatomic molecules. So bond enthalpy is defined as the amount of energy. Bond enthalpy is being defined as the amount of energy required, which is required to break 1 mole of bonds. To break the 1 mole of bonds. Okay, to break 1 mole of bonds of a particular type between 2 atoms in a gaseous state. 2 atoms in a gaseous state. So what is going to be the example here? H2 in the presence of delta, which is going to get H plus H, where delta H naught we are going to get the value as 435.8 per mole. Okay, what we are going to get the value? They have given it as delta H naught, that is 435.8 per mole. Clear? Now, iga bond enthalpy enagutte. Okay, the bond enthalpy of hydrogen molecule is how much they have given. Now, polyatomic molecules, that bond enthalpy is being calculated in terms of a mean or average bond enthalpy. In terms of a mean or average bond enthalpy, they are going to find the polyatomic molecule. Clear? So that polyatomic molecule will be obtained by dividing the total bond dissociation enthalpy. So it's going to form with the help of total bond dissociation enthalpy by the number of bonds which has been broken. Okay, by the number of bonds which has been broken. So this is because the bond is going, enthalpy of different types of bonds in a polyatomic molecule is not safe. In a polyatomic molecule is not at all safe. Clear? So what are the simple examples which we can take it? Average bond enthalpy in water molecule is. Okay. What is the average bond enthalpy in a water molecule is? So that is H2O. This is going to give the value as H plus and OH minus. Clear? Same ಅದೇ ತರ OH ಇದನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Done. Next question, write the resonance structure and the resonance hybrid of the ozone molecule. Okay. ಈಗ structure ಅನ್ನ ಹೀಗೆ ತಕ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. So one, the bonding will be changed, thus the resonance will be changed. You know how to find the resonance. So one bond to the another bond with the transfer of the bonding is going to happen. Same thing it's happening here also. So it's at the angle. ಏನು change ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗ bond change ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, the angles are also going to change. Clear? The angles are going to also change. Next, what is the net dipole moment of the water and show bond dipoles in its structure. So what is the dipole moment of a water? Mu is equal to 1.850 D. 1.850 D. So what will be the value of bond dipole? So this is the bond dipole which is going to form. Clear? This is the oxygen. Here the both hydrogens are being carried out. Clear? So with the triple bond, we are going to get a resultant dipole moment. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, bond diffusion is gonna be happening with the help of the dipole moment. Next question, dipole moment in BF3 molecule is 0. Explain. So this is also important, guys. It has been felt a lot of times ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ ಇದು. ಆಯ್ತಾ, practice ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಇದನ್ನ. So the bond dipoles of BF3 molecule can be written as, so these are the bond enthalpies. Now ಈಗ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು branched chain ನಲ್ಲಿದೆ. Okay, it has been formed, the bonds have been formed in the branched way, then it is going to form in the straight way. So that time it will be a 0. Clear? So the BF3 molecule representation of bond dipole, the bond dipole, the total bond dipole, so this is the total dipole moment when it is going to be acting like a 0. So although the BF bonds are been orientated to the angle of 120 degree to one another, 3 bond movements gives the net sum of 0. It is going to give a net sum of a 0. Clear? Because the resultant of 2 is actually equal to the opposite to the third. The resultant 2 is going to be the opposite to the third one. Clear? Next comes, okay, this is not necessary. Okay, resultant dipole moment of NH3 is greater than the NF3. Give reason. Okay, now the net dipole moment of the NH3 is actually greater than the NF3 because this NH3 ammonium is going to be obtained by dipole due to the lonar pair in the same direction. It's having a lone pair in that the same direction itself. Okay, and that same direction has that resultant dipole moment of the 3 NH bonds. ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ 3 NH bonds in a form ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. But NF3, the orbital dipole is in the direction of a opposite to the resultant dipole moment. Clear? Dipole moment of the 3 NF bonds, So the orbital dipole, because of the lone pair, it will start decreasing. Because of the lone pair, it will start decreasing. Clear? So the effect of the resultant NF bond movements, which results in the low dipole moment, which will result in the low dipole moment, that is NF3, has represented in this forms. Okay, it's been represented in this forms. Yes, these were the 21 questions which you people can score up till 30 marks in your FA2. So don't miss these questions. If you are going to miss these questions, surely you will score very less in your FAs. So concentrate each and every question properly. ಅದೇ ತರ questions ಅನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ twist ಇರುತ್ತೆ. It's not like same question ಅನ್ನು ಬಿದ್ರೆ ಬೀಳಬಹುದು. Chances are there. Okay, so we are helping you people. You also need to subscribe to the channel so that you will get all the notifications of all the classes. Till then, see you everyone.